What is the verse? Arthanarthau na me sthityam gatya na shayanena vam tishthan gachan swapan tasmat ahamase yatha sukham. Artha means good. Arthyate iti artha. Prarthyate iti artha. What is good? What is likable? Artha. Anartha, what is bad? Artha anartha na me. They are not to me. Nothing gives me good, nothing gives me bad. To the nature. The good things of the creation don't add to the truth. The bad things of the creation, what we consider, what we like is called the bad, good. If I don't like, we call it bad. So it's very subjective. This is subjective. What is subjectively good doesn't add to the truth. What is subjectively bad doesn't harm the truth. And what is universally good, called dharma, doesn't add to the truth. And what is universally adharma doesn't hurt the truth. In that sense, this person says, Artha anarthau na me. Good and bad don't belong to me. Sthitya, just by living a long life, doesn't add to my being. Or living a long time doesn't hurt me. It doesn't hurt me, it doesn't help me. It doesn't add to my nature. That's what it means. It doesn't add. See, always understand, the creation doesn't add to the source, and the resolution doesn't take away anything from the source. In that sense, these statements have to be understood. Gatya, if I go and come, they don't add anything to me, they don't harm anything, they don't give me also any harm. Gatya. Na shayaneneva, or by sleeping. Sleeping doesn't, resting in sleep doesn't add to my nature. When the mind goes to sleep, it resolves. Sleep is nothing but the resolution of the mind. Sleep is not a function on the part of awareness. Sleep is not a function on the part of the self. Sleep is not even a function on the part of the mind, even though we call it, just resolves. If you want to call it function, okay. The mind resolves, the thought resolves, that is called sleep. And when the thought manifests, that is called waking. Or another kind of thought manifests, that is called dream. That is also nothing but waking. It is a perception with a sense of reality. This is also a perception with a sense of reality. Therefore, sleep doesn't add to my existence. Waking up doesn't harm my existence. Shayanenava. And therefore, what do? I don't try to live a long life. That's not my topic. I may live a long life, but that's not my topic. I don't dwell on that topic. Na gatya. Interaction, going and coming is not my topic. Or resting is not my topic. Just sleeping and waking is not my topic. Therefore, what do? He says, Tishthan, baithte huve, Gachan, chalte huve, Swapan, sote huve, Tasmat, therefore, aham ase yatha sukham. I remain myself. I am aware of my fullness. I remain my self-existence. The one who exists doesn't have to entertain an additional thought to feel existence. One's existence is self-existent. We think to correct the error about the existence. We don't have to entertain a thought to be aware of our existence. Existence being self-existent and self-evident, the evidence of our existence does not depend upon another thought. Bahut badi baat hai ji. Therefore, the Atma Vichara is done not for becoming aware of Atma. Atma Vichara is done not for becoming aware of Atma. Atma Vichara is done in order to correct the adhyasa about Atma. In order to correct the adhyasa. And therefore, what do I do? Tishtan, gachan, swapan, tasmat, aham ase, I remain. Yatha sukham, I remain peaceful. I remain myself. I remain free from the error. I remain free from the error. Self-existence, that is why that I experience is self-evident. What we experience is evidenced by the experience. The one who experiences is the proof of what is experienced. But the existence of the experiencer is not evidenced by another factor. And that way, Atma Vichara is not done in order to make the self-evident evident. It is only to correct the adhyasa. Therefore, when he says, going doesn't add to my existence, sleeping doesn't add to my existence, or hurt, help or harm, or stitya, gatya, shayana, and all these three things do not add to my nature, do not take away anything from my nature. Therefore, I remain myself means what? Therefore, I understand that fact, bas. I only see that fact that my nature is something that you can't add anything to it and you can't hurt it. The creation is not an addition, it can't add to the source, or the laya is not a deletion from the source. Thinking is not an addition to the being. Not thinking is not a deletion from the being. Living is not an addition to the being. Dying is not a deletion from the being. Waking is not an addition to the being. Sleeping is not a deletion from the being. This addition, it is something that is aheyam anupadeyam, it is said. You can't take away anything from it, you can't add anything to it. You can't add anything to it, you can't take away anything from it. And therefore, what is reflection? It's not just being aware of one's existence. That's deception. You don't have to have another effort to be aware of your existence. You don't need a second effort. Self-existence is felt. One's existence is choicelessly felt. And what seems to eclipse the fullness is the sense of limitation. The sense of confinement to the form seems to eclipse the evidence of fullness. The evidence of comprehensiveness is as though eclipsed by the error of the sense of confinement. The contrast is between, if something is not confined, it is all comprehensive. Every spatial location is a confinement. If an object is located at a point in space, it is confined to that point. And therefore, anything that is located in space is not all comprehensive. What is not confined to a spatial point, is all comprehensive. There is a sense of confinement to the body, and the body is located in space. Therefore, the sense of confinement to the body is a sense of confinement to the spatial point. Therefore, the sense of confinement to the body seems to eclipse the evidence of confinement. One is self-evidence, evidence of fullness. The sense of confinement seems to eclipse the evidence of fullness. Therefore, when Ashtavakra says, I don't gain anything, lose anything by living a long time. I don't gain or lose anything by interaction. I don't gain or lose anything by sleeping or waking. Therefore, I remain myself. What does it mean? I remain myself means I see myself as free from the sense of confinement is an error. I see the evidence of the self being all comprehensive. In that manner, he says, I remain with myself, I remain myself. Next verse, Ji. Today also I am having a lot of problem. Some prarabdham, Ji. कुछ तो है. स्वपतो नास्ति मे हानिः सिद्धिर्यत्नवतो न वा नाशोल्लासौ विहायास्मात् अहमासे यथा सुखम्. स्वपतः नास्ति में हानि. Generally we say, जो सोवत है वो खोवत है. The one who sleeps, he has lost some waking time. He is a loser. Ashtavakra says that is all right from the empirical point of view, but from the spiritual point of view, from the self point of view, from the truth point of view, sleep doesn't cause any loss to the truth. Swapato nasti me hani. I have no loss in sleeping. I don't lose anything by sleeping. Siddhir yatna vato nava. Nor do I become a gainer by making a lot of effort in the waking state. Effort doesn't add to my being. lack of effort, non-effort or sleeping, resting, non-effort cannot take away anything. The idea of effort and non-effort are not my topic. Making effort is not my topic. Not making effort also is not my topic. Understanding my actuality. Understanding my Swarupa is my topic. Swapato nasti me hanihi siddhir yatnavato nava. There is no siddhi, there is no gain by doing lot of effort. Effort creates a material result, and every material result that is created by effort is a part of creation, whereas the reality is not a part of creation, it is the source of the creation. And between the source of the creation and the creation, there is no noun-adjective relationship. This is all that is to be thought about. There is no noun-adjective relationship. They are not two parallel realities. It's the same thing, when you say the source and creation have no noun-adjective relationship. It's like saying the seer and the seen have no noun-adjective relation. The experiencer and the experienced object have no noun-adjective relation. To begin with, it is source and creation relationship, implication being oneness. That means between the source and creation there is oneness. Between the observer and the observed also there is oneness. Oneness by what way oneness? The observed is non-separate from the observer. The inert is non-separate from the conscious being. The drishyam is non-separate from the drishti or drashta. And therefore, if a person performs any action, it creates a result which is always within the realm of creation. It is a part of creation. Being a part of creation, it's not a source of creation. Whatever result, or I can say like this, whatever is the result, it is drishyam. It's not an attribute of drashta. What I create is not my attribute. What I enjoy also is not my attribute. I swallow things, they don't become my attributes. They don't become my attributes. I eat food, it goes into my body, it doesn't become my attribute. Because body itself is not our attribute. Thus there is no noun-adjective relationship between the seer and the seen. Nor the seer is a situation created by the matter. If matter were the cause of consciousness, if matter were the cause of consciousness, then the matter would not have been an object of consciousness. It is illumined by the seer. What is illumined by the seer cannot be the source of the seer. What is illumined, the drishyam, an object is illumined by the seer, and the very object cannot be the source of the seer. The space also is illumined, it is known, that is called being illumined. You are aware of space, you see the space, and that space cannot be one's attribute. A layman lives on with the idea that I don't know any much about myself, but this is a fact. I am seeing it, boss. This is a fact, I am seeing it. Elements are facts and I am seeing it. They always remain, I come and go. The elements will always remain. I come and go. Whereas the Shruti says no. In fact, in a daily life, they appear and disappear within you, etc., etc. Therefore, there is no noun-adjective relation between the source and the creation. There is no noun-adjective relationship between the seer and the seen. There is no noun-adjective relationship between consciousness and matter. This is one thing to be thought about. Another thing is, there is no noun-adjective relationship between the one in equation with the form and the form. This is where the loosening up of the error has to be done. Between me, the conscious being, and my body, there is no noun-adjective relationship. Nor are they two parallel facts. I feel I am confined to the form. It's not true. The form is confined to my being. Like water is not confined, take it literally. Water is not confined to a given wave. It's not confined at all. It doesn't have the nature of being, the quality of being confined. The water is not confined to the wave. It is actually the form, the wave, that is confined to water. You understand this statement? Confined means the wave doesn't exist outside water. That means it is confined to water. In the same manner, we, the conscious being, is not confined to the form. It is the form that is confined to the conscious being. Therefore, they are not two facts. There is no noun-adjective relationship between the self and the form, number one, nor are they two separate realities. If we can see how true it is, it's a very big thing. It's almost like it is understanding the whole Vedanta. The self and the form, neither the conscious being is an adjective of the form, nor the form is an adjective of the self, nor are they two separate facts. Neither the wave is an adjective of water, nor the water is an adjective of the wave, nor are they two parallel facts. And therefore, effort and non-effort are not my topic. Because effort also means only part of creation, the result. The action that is done as a part of creation. The result also is a part of creation. Therefore, cause and effect relationship is within creation. The actions are within creation, the results are within creation, and the individuality because of which I enjoy is within creation, and the enjoyed object is within creation. Therefore, causation doesn't exist beyond creation. The law of karma functions only within the creation. You are able to see it. My actions are done by the jiva, jivatvam. Actions are a part of creation. The means of action are a part of creation. The desire to perform an action is a part of creation. The result is a part of creation. The enjoyment of the result is a part of creation. And after enjoying the result, supposing I am not satisfied, the dissatisfaction or whatever, momentary satisfaction or dissatisfaction is also a part of creation. Because after enjoying any result, definitely there is the rule, that is, you like it and afterwards it's followed by frustration, means it didn't give me much. Nasha ullasau. Nasha means, the harm, the bad. Nasha, ullasa, depression. Nasha means depression. Ullasa means excitement. Nasha ullasau vihaya, having renounced both depression and excitement, elation. Asmat, therefore, aham ase, I remain, yatha sukham, jaise sukh milta hai. I remain the way it makes me peaceful. I remain the way it makes me peaceful. And here I can explain, that means depression is not the way to become peaceful. Not elation is not the way to become peaceful. Effort is not the way to become peaceful. Or simply the act of renunciation of the effort is not the way of getting peace. Therefore, I remain myself the way it makes me happy, peaceful. And peace is the nature of the self. If Shanti is the nature of the self, then understanding that nature is the way to remain peaceful. Therefore, I renounce the depressions, I renounce the elation. They are not my... Renunciation means that's not my topic. That is called renunciation. Renunciation simply means like karma tyaga. Renunciation of action does not mean really the act of not doing. I may perform an action, but that's not my topic in life. I may perform an action for some reason. I may go to office for some reason. But doing is not my topic in life. Enjoying is not my topic in life. My existence, to figure out my existence is the topic. To figure out my existence is the topic. Because existence is the only thing that cannot be doubted in this world. Everything can be doubted. I have doubts about this life. I have doubts about this world. I can doubt about anything, Ji. But you can't doubt the fact that you doubt. That means you can't doubt the fact that the doubter exists. I don't mind saying you can't doubt your existence. Even to doubt my own existence, I have to be there. As the doubter of my existence, I exist. Therefore, doubting one's existence is not possible. And what cannot be, what is impossible to doubt is the truth. What is impossible to doubt is the truth. Why? Because it is self-evident. And therefore, doing action is not my topic. Looking after the children is not my topic. Or their future is not my topic. I may think of their future, but that's not my topic. That is, you can live amid a million things without there being your topic. That is Vedic culture, please. You can live amid a million things. You can work for your office, you can work for your family, you can have children, grandchildren, you can have the entire samsara. But sansarika things are not your topic. Your eyes are set on understanding your existence. Like when you are walking through the forest, you are seeing, you are living through the forest, but that is not your topic. To go past the forest is the topic. You are moving, you are marching, or you are walking through the forest. But the forest through which one is walking is not one's topic. Is not one's topic. But I am walking through the forest, but to go past this is my topic in life. I am walking on the path, but the path is not my topic. To reach the destination is my topic. In this manner, what we live with need not be our topic, Ji. The topic is something different, it's very sacred. Because you cannot have any topic in life. You can only have the unlimited existence of your being as the topic. You can't have any other topic. You can't have any other topic in life. You can only have your existence as the topic. And therefore, Ashtavakraji says here, making effort is not my topic. Not making effort is not my topic. Getting depressed is not my topic. Or doing things which are depressing is not my topic. To look for pleasures which elate me, which excite me, is not my topic. Then what is my topic? To figure out what the Shruti says. The Shruti says, your existence is the ocean of serenity. Your existence is the ocean of serenity. Your existence is all-comprehensive serenity. Your existence is the peaceful, is unconfined being. Like in deep sleep state, you are free from confinement to the form. If the sense of confinement can resolve, then it can be falsified also. A sense of confinement, anything that can resolve in sleep, anything that can disappear in sleep, anything that can have laya in sleep, anything that can have laya in the truth, can also be falsified. Therefore, when the Shastra says in such glowing terms about my existence, then I can only keep my existence as the topic. And therefore, Nasha Ullasau Vihaya Asmad Ahamase Yatha Sukham. The last verse, Ji. Sukhadi Rupa Niyamam Bhaveshvalokya Bhurisham Shubha Shubhe Vihayasmat Ahamase Yatha Sukham. Sukhadi Rupa Aniyamam. There is no rule that an object, this is has to be explained a little differently. There is no law, there is no rule that this gives you happiness, this gives you unhappiness. This is a very simplistic explanation. What I want to interpret it in this manner. There is no law that an object can, there is no rule that an object can guarantee you peace. A rule means it guarantees, that is the rule. Like when you throw a stone and it comes back to the earth, it is a law, it guarantees it's coming back. It guarantees it's coming back. If you drink water, it quenches the thirst, it guarantees. That is called a niyama. That is called a niyati. If you clap, it creates a sound. That is a niyama. But an object gives you happiness is not a niyama. It doesn't guarantee. It may give you some thrill, but it doesn't guarantee you what you want. Sukhadi rupa aniyamam. Adi means etc. An object doesn't guarantee comfort, it doesn't guarantee peace, it doesn't guarantee eternity, it doesn't guarantee non-duality. It doesn't guarantee what I want. It doesn't guarantee Sat, it doesn't guarantee Chit, it doesn't guarantee Anandam. Clear? A Vishaya doesn't guarantee my fullness. That it doesn't guarantee means I'm going to explain it a little differently. In fact, there is a law that it can't give. By nature, by its nature, it can't give me what I want. By nature, it is limited. And what is limited cannot give me fullness. And there is no law that the limited can give the unlimited. There is no niyama. And supposing there were a niyama, if an object can give me fullness, even if there were a niyama can always change. Ishvara can change the niyama. Therefore, that the self is full is not a rule, but it is a nature. That the object cannot give you peace is not even a niyama, it is its nature. It is the nature of the objects that they can't give me what I want. And that is itself put here by Bhashya, the author Ashtavakraji is saying that there is no niyama. Bhaveshu, in the objects, alokya, seeing this fact that the objects can't guarantee me fullness. Alokya, bhurishaha, well. Bhurishaha means again and again. Seeing very clearly again and again that the objects cannot guarantee what I want. In order to know this statement, quote unquote, that is, the objects can't guarantee me what I want, that means I must know what I want. And man always, even though he says I want to be happy, he doesn't know the very nature of happiness. He thinks physical comfort is happiness, or accumulation is happiness. Anything that is exciting is happiness. A mental thought is looked upon as. A pleasant thought is looked upon as happiness. Whereas the Shastra says, a pleasant thought is not happiness. No thought is happiness. It is one's existence. To be is peace. To be is peace. To be is happiness. And therefore, Shubha Shubhe Vihaya, having understood this clearly that the objects can't guarantee me my fullness, Shubha Shubhe, good and bad. I don't think about what can excite me, good objects and bad objects, without making the good objects or bad objects, likable objects or dislikable objects, I don't make them as my topic. Shubha Shubhe Vihaya Asmat, therefore, Ahamase Yatha Sukham. I remain the way makes me comfortable, peaceful. And the only way by which one is made comfortable and peaceful is clarity about his nature. The wave is comfortable only when it understands that it is water, not till then. Till then it may enjoy some objects, it may have some semblance of comfort, but not. That is a not real peace. It is a notional thing. A wave feels comfortable and peaceful only when it knows that my nature is water. Similarly, Jiva is comfortable in himself only when he understands that he is by nature the being, conscious being, not a form. Clear, please? Then Chaudahva Prakaran 14th. Just let us read one verse. I came late. Prakritya shunya chitto yaham pramadat bhava bhavanaha nidrito bodhita iva kshena sansarano hisa. Prakritya, by nature, by swabhava. Shunya chittaha yaha, the one who sees no object as parallel to himself, is called Shunya chitta. A man with zero objects as parallel to his being. The complete sentence that is to be uttered in one's mind in reflection is, no object exists parallel to my being. I may see objects but not parallel to my being. I see objects because Bhashyakara says clearly, objects are non-existent, separate from the conscious being. Meaning they can never exist separate from the being, from the source, from the consciousness. Therefore, the complete sentence that has to be uttered in one's reflection is, objects don't exist, don't say. Objects don't exist parallel to the self. And if they don't exist parallel to the self, the implication is only self is. That jump we have to make. If the objects are not parallel to the self, they are all non-separate from the self, then what is the implication? Self alone is. If all the waves are non-separate from water, then what is the implication? Water alone is. This implication should be a part of your reflection. It should be uttered in the mind again and again. You should see this. If table is non-separate from the wood, then what is the implication? Wood alone is. That is called Advaitam. The wood cannot be Advaitam unless it is comprehensive of the table. Not in itself, but as itself. It is only when the water is comprehensive of all the waves, then the water is non-dual. The water is comprehensive of all the waves, not in itself, but as itself. Does it make a big difference? Yes. That is called non-separateness. Awareness includes the whole universe as itself. The seer includes the entire scene as himself. The witness includes the entire witnessed as itself. And therefore, self-education is not an ordinary education. Understanding your existence as inclusive of the entire form as itself. Like you see, the entire dream you include as yourself. You are the Satyam. The seer of the dream is the Satyam. And the seen dream is Mithya. It's a perception. Therefore, Prakritya by nature, Shunya Chittoya, a person who is by nature free from objects. Pramadad, kabhi inadvertently, that is called pramadad. Inadvertently, or even involuntarily, inadvertently, pramadat bhava bhavanaha. Sometimes he thinks of the objects. But even when he thinks of the objects, it's like thinking, it's like his perception of the objects, even when he inadvertently strays into the objects, even when a jnani strays into the objects, his perception of the objects is like what? Nidrito bodhitaha iva, like a sleepy man. A man who is woken up from sleep is still sleepy. How a sleepy man perceives the waking objects, so does, I am not very fond of this example, but I will explain this properly in the next class. How a sleepy man sees the objects uninterestingly and without any desire, etc. It's just as though he sees and yet he sees not kind of thing. He sees and yet sees not. That should be the translation. He sees and yet sees not. This applies to a jnani very well. He sees the perception, he sees the objects, and yet he sees them not as parallel to the self. He sees and yet sees not. Such a person, kshena sansarano hi saha, such a person is free from sansara. A person who never sees the objects as a parallel, as separate from his being, and which with the implication that his being alone is. And even if he sees the objects, he sees them and yet sees them not. Meaning, he sees them but not as separate from the object. Not with a sense of division. And when a person sees the wave as water, the implication is water alone is. When you see the objects as not parallel to you, the implication is your being alone is. Such a person is free from samsara, I think. We'll continue it later. I have been able to manage it. Some prarabdham is working on me. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you, Ji.